5-time world champion. So this is a keep it busy for bARRERA, for Sammy Ventura, an opportunity of a lifetime to fight his hero from his country of Mexico. Let's see how he does. In the blue trunks to the right of your screen with the red shoes is Sammy Ventura. Marco Antonio bARRERA can open up anytime he wants with this guy, and he knows it. He's got very heavy hands. A terrific fighter, and he's not going to fool around with Ventura for too long, I don't expect. Double, triple jab in the face of Ventura, just positioning himself right now. Hasn't thrown a right hand yet. Sammy's in and out. Of course, it would be of great pride for Sammy Ventura, who's from Cardenas, Mexico. They announced him from Mexico City, but he's actually from Cardenas. For him to go back home and say, hey, I went the distance with Marco Antonio bARRERA. So that's what he's hoping to do, but it's not likely that will happen. bARRERA really hasn't stepped it up yet. He's just sort of feeling this guy out here in round number one. And he can once. Coming off his loss to Manny Pacquiao in what was an absolute war. Prior to that, Juan Manuel Marquez for the WBC super featherweight title. That was a war. This guy has had all the tools. And again, because of the wars that he's been in, with the guys like Eric Morales and Tapia and Ayala and even Naseem Hamad and on you can go with him. Robbie Peden. You wonder, in spite of the fact he's only age 34, just how much longer he will fight and how much longer he wants to. In conversations with his people, he wants to get that 4th division title. So we'll see just how far he will go. But again, tonight is not a tune-up fight. It's just a stay busy fight for him. Recently signed with Don King, and Don wanted to bring him to Chendo to show these people what a great world champion is. But he really hasn't opened up against Ventura. It's almost like a sparring session right now. Not throwing his right hand with any malice or forethought. Just testing Ventura. Ventura hasn't been able to do anything with him at all. Again, like a sparring session. Now he starts to tune him up to the body with the left hook, does bARRERA. bARRERA in the black trunks with his back to you. Now he touches him to the forehead. Tests him with a little uppercut where he turns that thumb out and comes up with the left hand. It looks to me like bARRERA is just getting a workout out there to me tonight. And the crowd might begin to realize it, that this isn't much of a fight at this stage, because Marco Antonio bARRERA is fighting like it's a sparring session. And the bell ends round number one. I think the crowd would rather see him go ahead and open up, even if it is a second round knockout, and at least see the flashes of what a great fighter can be like. Sammy Ventura. Last fight out, he gets stopped in the second round by Wes Ferguson. Prior to that, it was Anthony Salido that stopped him in July of 07 in California. Prior to that, it was Jason Litzau who stopped him in Chicago in October of 06. Usually gets stopped inside of 4 rounds.